Hey, and welcome to Renegade Financial. And first off, the reason I started this channel was to kind of give you kind of an insight into my life and kind of the journey I've been on to um, find financial independence and freedom, and basically create a life where I have the freedom to do what I want when I want, as opposed to being kind of a slave to your job, um, as most people are today. And I work with a lot of kids. I work with a lot of people, and this information has been around a long time. If you have ever heard of Robert Kiyosaki's book Rich Dad Poor Dad, and this information wasn't really given to me growing up. And you've got these four quadrants. You've got your employee here. You got your self-employed. You've got your business owner, and you've got your investor. And if you're on the left side, you're basically trading hours for dollars. And the self-employed works for himself, but that's where I was in my business. I did have employees at one point, but I just didn't really like managing them. And so, over here you're trading hours for dollars, and over here you make money work for you. Okay. And so you got to choose which quadrant works best for you, but you can be in multiple quadrants. And that's kind of what I'm trying to do now. I'm trying to be, here, an investor and a business owner. And, one of the biggest things I think people don't understand is the mindset that goes into, wanting to be financially independent. And, one of the big things, talking to kids and different individuals and with my own self is, I made a lot of money, and I do make a lot of money in my business, but, the big asset is time. And time is you can't replace time, but you can always make more money. Okay. And so one of the mindsets I had with, several mentors and reading several books was, looking at my time and looking at my money. And people that are wealthy, they think about what they do with their money. So, instead of me going out and blowing $150, $200 on a weekend with like a fancy meal and drinks and all that kind of stuff, what if I put that $200 over here and put it to work in like dividend stocks instead of, blowing it, or buying like Facebook ads and selling a product, investing that money and being patient with it and making the money work for me instead of just blowing it. And I mean, you want to have a good time, but the cool thing is the more money you put over here in the investment quadrant, the more money you make, and then you can take some of that profit from what you make, you can reinvest some of it, and then you can have fun with the rest of it, right? And you don't have to actually be up here and actually work for it, where in today's society, most people are, living check to check and all that sort of thing. So that's a big part of the mindset. And also time. Like, I can film this video that's going to be on YouTube forever, and it's going to reach hundreds of thousands of people. Or I could be, it's a Friday night right now, and I could be out having a good time. And those memories are great. But this, 15, 20 minutes that I'm spending on YouTube is going to pay me dividends down the road as people watch this video and look at the links in the comments and all that sort of thing, and getting new subscribers and building the channel. And the cool thing is the playing field is more level than it's ever been. You've got apps like Stash and Robinhood. Like, when I was growing up, you had to have a stockbroker, and it cost like $15, to do a trade. And now you can have your purchases rounded up and invested for you. So, and we've got things like affiliate marketing, where you can write a blog post and put links to things on Amazon, or you can review products. And there's been no better time in history where the playing field has been leveled for you to come over here, right? It's just that we've been brainwashed that you go to college, you get like $100,000 in debt, you become a good employee, and you have that job security, or you start your own business and you're over here and you're trading hours for dollars. Whereas, this is great, and I'm probably going to stay over here, but I want to have some online stuff over here that's making me money without me having to do a lot. And then these like dividend stocks that, I get through Robinhood that are paying me, some of them pay me monthly, some of them pay me quarterly. that are constantly, or it could be, commercial real estate, those sort of things. But so I wanted to get on here just to make you start thinking about, like, when you go out, like, do you really need those pair of Nike shoes? Or do you really need, a lot of the stuff? The people over on this side of the quadrant, they buy things, they use like a credit card to buy like a pair of Nike shoes, or to go on vacation. Where these people over here, they use their money, their profits, to buy cars and to buy things, and they use debt to basically invest. Like, they'll take a loan out and buy a property and rent it out to somebody else and have someone else pay the debt off. So they're actually using debt to their advantage and for leverage, whereas these people over here are just using debt to consume. They buy something that doesn't actually, pay a return. So once you get that mindset, and if you start out young enough, you can use something like Robinhood to become very, very wealthy, even investing, $5 a day. So that's something for you to think about. And, if you want to check out, Robinhood and Stash and things like that, I'll have some links below in the description. But let me know if you have any questions. And there's just some random thoughts for you on, the employee, the self-employed, the business owner, the investor. That doesn't necessarily mean that one is good or bad. It's just that each one of these has its benefits. And, the big thing is finding out the combination. For me, I want to be here and here, and I want to use the money I'm making here to develop businesses online. And I want to use the money I'm making here to invest in the stock market, or to get, commercial real estate, and to buy things that are going to basically, pay for me and pay for my lifestyle. And a part of that is the people over here are afraid to invest in themselves, whereas the people on the right side, the business owner and the investor, will spend, thousands of dollars on mentors, on courses, and they won't even blink an eye because they're looking at investing in themselves. So please like and subscribe. I'll be making updates often. Liking really helps the channel. Subscribing will basically give you updates when I get back on here. So I hope you have yourself a great day, and I hope you start thinking about, how you're spending your time. Are you spending time to build something that's going to pay you in return? Are you spending your money on things that are going to pay you so that you have more money to spend, if that's what you choose to do? Or are you just buying things that are basically just, digging yourself a hole, or just treading water, so to speak?